Yo, so what's up? What's up? This is your girl Stephanie, aka Edini House to Supply. Sorry about the barking in the background. The mailman must be near. Either that or one of the stray cats that annoys him. Okay, so one card that I'm seeing as I'm shuffling is you embody the archetype, period, of a mystic or prophet, priestess, warrior, or muse. Ooh. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, they could have eased your pain but chose not to. Even though you are the prototype. I know that you're the one. That you are prototype. So it's given that these people saw your worth, but again, they chose not to acknowledge it. They could have eased your pain, but they chose not to. They could have acknowledged the greatness in you, but they chose not to, as a tactic to continue to drain your energy. And now that you're not allowing that energy no more, you may have some people throwing some temper tantrums. You just may encounter a few temper tantrums. But I just cut to lighthearted and the world awaits. Okay. So you may have people threatening to leave you, threatening to walk away. I just cut to HBIC. Okay. But you are her. Again, you are the prototype. Don't let this person tell you anything otherwise. You're definitely the prototype in their life, and maybe in a lot of people's lives, but they won't ever tell you. You may be the most talented, loving, just greatest person they know, but they won't ever tell you because, that bruises their ego. Okay, so this energy could be that of a Virgo. Because you are Stretch Armstrong because you can. You got a supernatural energy about you that, makes some people jealous, intimidated, they envy you. You might be dealing with people that are overcritical of themselves, so they may be overcritical of you and try to project onto you. But the next card that just came out underneath the Virgo card is Ogun. So you continue to do the supernatural things that you do. Okay, don't allow these people to try to bully you back into a corner. Ogun is the Orisha that obliterate obstacles. Okay, Ogun could be tied to the skeletal muscles and the bones as well. So meditate on healing your bones. Right? Do some yoga to help align those skeletal muscles. The next energy is Mars. Is energy we need to break through obstacles to take what's ours. So it's a beautiful coincidence that two cards side by side mention obstacles. Okay, so this reading is asking you to call on the energy of Mars to help you break through obstacles, to take back what's yours, and also the energy of Ogun. Okay? Mars and the energy of Ogun. Period. Okay, so these people, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a Virgo. This just could be somebody that's operating in overcritical energy. These could be people that are worrying about things. These are people that are worrisome. Um, but again, Spirit is helping you to obliterate those obstacles that people try to put in front of you, um, so that you can know that you have options. It says, this card says, don't, you have options. Don't let society, religion, or family box you in. Okay? It's time for you to take back what's yours. Call on the energy of Mars. Okay? To help you break through those obstacles. Okay? The next card out, to clarify, you have options. Don't let society, religion, or family box you in. Is people are tired of this person's attempt to slander you. Whoa. Okay, so this person may have been talking cash money shit about you for the longest time. You know, and I feel like people are finally starting to catch on to this person's um BS. And even they are fucking tired. Okay? Collective, you are transforming what success looks like, you know, via morals and integrity. Okay? Wow. And then the next card I pull out is another card that mentions integrity. Okay? It says, is everything done with integrity? Because 99 and a half won't do. Accountability. What is your part? So, are you doing what you need to do to make sure you are walking in integrity? I feel like you have. There may be someone that is wanting to call you back into their energy, but this is someone that you walked away from because the dealings that you guys had were not that of integrity. Um, you're walking away from people whose mindset isn't that of integrity when it comes to dealing with you. They want to make, uh, make you feel small and continue to throw obstacles in your way and make you feel boxed in. But you have options, so don't allow society, religion, or family box you in. So I feel like this is more you know, energy from those angles versus a romantic, but there could still be a romantic situation and other situations that you need to constantly check yourself before you wreck yourself in regards to um, the integrity piece of the puzzle. But you are transforming what success looked like. Wheel of Fortune just came out in the upright. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Even the options card is here with the Seven of Cups. Okay? And I feel like you're going to receive a sudden revelation. You will receive, wow, I love it. The Ace of fucking Wands. And that is given that beautiful Mars energy. I thought of Wands cards when I saw that Mars energy. Even though Mars is connected to more than fire signs, I believe. Um, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, bottom of the deck is the heartbreak energy. Yes, you have experienced a lot of heartbreak on this journey, but the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and you do have options. Okay, and I feel like you're gonna get that revelation suddenly, and you're gonna be empowered with this Ace of Wands here. This is that supernatural power coming in to support you, that Mars energy to help you break through the obstacles and keep pushing forward towards your divine soul purpose and mission. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? You have options. You may feel like you don't have a lot of options in the form of stability. You may have people preying on your downfall, trying to block all the investments, block all the things that you put time and energy into. But this person took a leap of faith in the wrong direction, fucking worrying about you and what you got going on. I feel like you walking away is going to help you to really see all of the things that were hidden. Literally walking away and stepping out in your own energy, being single, okay, is going to reveal to you a lot of things. Because bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, baby. Single and thriving. This is a business woman, entrepreneur. She's about to start reaping from all of the seeds that she planted. Okay, she's being guided by the Most High. Being guided by the Most High. While those people that were trying to send you obstacles, they are stuck in a cycle. In the cycle of a generational curse. There's a generational curse that this person needs to break, but that's part of their karma. That's the obstacles they're going to have to overcome. Because they wanted to block you. So the card that just came out is rest. And then we also have higher will, bottom of the deck. You have been fighting through a lot of obstacles. Okay, and you got to understand that you are powerful. And you've been using some of your gifts. The bottom of the deck for the main read is you are a walking art. You are a walking poetry. Holy matrimony. Okay. You have been very meticulous about your spiritual journey. And I feel like your spirit guides are saying you can rest. Okay. A higher will is taking over now because of how much work that you've put in and the relentlessness of these people around you trying to throw obstacles in your way to keep you from walking away from them. These are people that see success as money, but your authenticity, your integrity, your morals, your self-love that you have gained, it's been a process of you really embracing self-love. That is success. And I feel like these people look at you and you may not have the most financially, but you're rich still. You're rich. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You are a gorgeous person inside and out. And that's why people are tired of this person trying to slander you. You just continue to rest. You ain't got to do nothing, okay? A number 11 card just came out is 47. The 4 gives me grounded energy, grounded foundation. 7 gives me sacred energy. So I feel like you are grounded in your sacred energy at this time. You're grounded in your higher self. Ironic, we have higher will come out here. I feel like you know what your higher will is, and you're walking in that. I feel like you have reached that energy. Now you can rest, actually. The Lemurian era card says civilization awakened to its spiritual self, period. I literally just said that, but I feel like this is you. Okay? The civilization and the nations within you, your cells, your organs, your everything is becoming in alignment. And again, with the Ogun cards, the skeletal muscles and bones, doing yoga, I feel like it's something that you need to do, that you may have been doing. I feel like your yoga practice is about to go up a couple levels, because again, all of the obstacles are being released. Um, says being awakened to civilization within you and possibly even surrounding you. It's awakening to its spiritual self. That may be why a lot of people are having these temper tantrums as well, wanting to project onto you. But you're not going to do that. Your spirit team is not going to allow these people to project. Um, like I said, these people may call themselves trying to walk away from you because you walked away from them. You done peeped their bullshit, but now they're projecting onto you as if, oh, you never loved me and this, that, and the third, when they know that's far from the motherfucking truth. You just gotta protect yourself. And now they're like, oh, you never loved me, so I'm finna walk away. Trying to take their power back. There's their last ditch attempt to take their power back, but they will always remember. They know what's real, and they know why you're fucking walking away. So don't you go into explaining. Don't allow them to try to bait you in with bullshit. Okay, it says time of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. Again, it's going with the rest card, in my opinion, because you can't be stuck with these people who are fooling nobody but themselves. They're saying that their advances in chase after money, because again, you're transforming what success looked like. These people thought that chasing money was success, doing constantly slaving and working yourself trying to get money. But I feel like you are showing people that affluence, well, abundance and prosperity begins within. True prosperity it begins within you and walking in integrity. But a lot of these people who are millionaires have done something foul to get the money. Again, so again, that could be just a generational curse of what society says success is. These may be societal's generational curses that's been passed down. Oh, that's a new angle to look at generational curses. I've never looked at it in that way. But wow, look at here. It says time of peace, compassion. It says the feminine cycle returning. And actually, in one of the decks I have, what the bottom of the deck card is divine feminine. I haven't shuffled it yet, but so again, got a lot of beautiful divine feminine energy, which is the energy of receiving, resting your femininity. Okay, that's a common phrase that people use when it comes to speaking of the feminine aspect of things. But it says the feminine cycle returning. The old ways are crumbling. Okay, beings from other star systems um, are walking openly and walking amongst. It says enabling humans to become sovereign and able to enter the galactic community. Okay, you're someone that again walks in your sovereignty when it spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, even physically, because you are someone that operates in your authenticity. Okay, and then the bottom of the deck of that is a number 43, which reduces to a 7. So we got 11-7, interesting, or 7-11. But it's the saving humanity card. And I feel like, again, your ability to save humanity is directly connected to your ability to save yourself, right? And I feel like you've been putting in the work to save yourself. Again, there's going to be people around you that, you know, act like they're going to drop you like a bad habit or whatever in attempts to be selfish for themselves and save themselves, but they've been selfish this whole time when it comes to a relationship with you, um, and the things that they've, you know, done and not done. They, yeah. But the bottom of the deck is saving humanity. It says healing from imposing self on others, uh, imposing self in others' battles, and not focusing on your own personal evolution. So again, I feel like there was a little bit of that perhaps with this person that you may have been walking away from. I felt like when it comes to family, you have mastered that, but when you know family and friends, I think you've mastered not imposing yourself in other in their battles. But romantically, I feel like that's maybe something that you need to work on more, um, or that you needed to work on more, and really focus on your own personal power and using that personal power to focus on your own personal shortcomings to strengthen them, um, in every area of your life, not just financial, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So as you go within self and build a firm foundation and expand from a firm place of knowing, of just being, your energy radiates and heals without you doing anything. And that's probably why this divine feminine energy and rest card came out. Like there's not much you have to do. You may be a feminine energy, or you could be a male um, man tapping into his feminine energy, as we both, as all both genders have both genders like within them, the energy of both genders. Like a man also has masculine energy, just as a woman also has, a man has feminine energy, just as a woman also has masculine energy. We have both within us, and it's up to us to turn those energies from toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, which is a pick me type of woman, or toxic masculine that feels like he owns women, and patriarchy, things along those lines. Once we heal those and um, they come into union, wow. Okay, so remember we had divine feminine energy on the bottom of the deck. I just shuffled and we pulled in the divine masculine energy came out. The divine masculine energy here is in number 2. So spirit is asking you to make a very important decision. The next card that came out is release. Okay, so there may be a very important decision to release something or someone. And this has everything to do with your foundation, with you. Maybe this is the final piece of solidifying your solidifying a firm foundation before you launch off into the next chapters of your life, where you are truly embracing the fact that you are walking art, walking poetry. There's no obstacles that make you feel less than. No hangers on that is draining your energy, blocking your blessings. Okay. Okay, so the divine masculine card And remember, it came out with release at the bottom of the deck. It says the embodiment of logic, direction, strength. In his most evolved aspect, he represents the builder. But before I move on, when I saw that, and then this being paired with the release, I feel like for a lot of your spiritual journey, male or female, you have been looking at it from a logical, direct action, strength type of way and attacking generational curses. But it's time, whether male or female, again, for you to release that. And this is the next step in your spiritual journey where you are being tested, where your faith is being tested. Where, well, not really tested, but this is where you exercise your faith and begin to strengthen your faith and really step into the divine feminine energy. Okay. It says in his most evolved aspect, he represents the builder, the protector, the guardian. And remember, we had the saving humanity card, which says you are healing from imposing yourself in others' battles, where you may try to protect them, try to guide them, try to help them build what is needed to help them climb out of the ditch that they may have fallen in. But sometimes they have to sit in that and come up with the ideas themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because sitting in that ditch is what's going to make them go within and really cry out to the to great spirit or to the universe. But you trying to step in to help them, um, they may skip that step, which and that is a necessary step for one's evolution, right? So again, releasing the urge to try to protect this person or try to guide them to and be their guardian. You know what I'm saying? You spent a lot of time doing that. This person didn't appreciate you. You really downplayed and yourself to stay around this person and the breadcrumbs that they gave you, whether romantic or familial. I feel like it's or a friendship, even career, financially. I feel like this really can apply in a lot of areas for an empath, for a light worker. I did remember seeing the imbalance of positive polarity as I was shuffling, and that's one thing that you had to um, balance as well and find the middle ground, because you want to think of everybody as good. You know what I'm saying? You give a lot of benefit of the doubt when you have that imbalance of positive polarity, you know. But sometimes now you're being asked to pull back. It says drawing this card can symbolize that divine masculine energy is needed to balance your situation. But with it coming out with the release, I don't think so. I think you've already exercised as much divine masculine energy as you need, and now you should be resting in your feminine. Just and resting in your feminine is just simply resting, not trying to figure everything out, but handing it over to your spirit team. Again, walking and exercising your faith, because again, the second card out to clarify Virgo is you are stretch Armstrong because you can. Working those supernatural muscles. Okay. And the supernatural muscles are more, magical type things. Okay, and then 42 was the release card. Or maybe someone you need to release so that they can become the divine masculine that you knew they could always be. Again, there may be some people throwing temper tantrums and want to say that you this and you that, and you never loved them, you used them, and this, that, and the third. That those are just projections. Okay, don't allow these people to try to pull you out of character, because that's what they're doing. So don't allow them to make you mad with all the projections. Don't try to explain yourself, because these people already know why the fuck you're doing what you're doing and why you have to do what you're doing. It says, without delay, cut the cords to any unhealthy or toxic people, places, energy, habits, and beliefs. Without delay, cut the cords. And I feel like you did that in a way. And this person is realizing the difference in you, because you have compartmentalized said relationship. There may have been just one more relationship you needed to truly compartmentalize and to walk away from, and you walking away from it as art and poetry, because you are walking art and walking poetry. So again, these people know that they are deserving of everything that you um, decide to or not to do when it comes to them. These people been talking shit about you anyway, because again, they believe society's view of success, which may be status and money. But as life continues to press on, I feel like they are being awakened to the truth that the real currency is self-esteem, confidence in self, knowing what your life purpose is and soul mission is, but also being able to sleep at night and not have to keep up a facade and lies. You Felicia yourself. What? Felicia may be, y'all may know Felicia, or it could be on a by Felicia type shit, because we are reading the release card. Without delay, cut the cords. By Felicia. Okay, motherfuckers want to come with the temper tantrum. You just say bye, Felicia, and go back into your rest energy, because higher will is at play in your life right now. We're about to read those cards shortly, but it says, this is a time to stand in your truth without cutting anyone down in the process. Meditate on this when you want to be the spiritual warrior with love, honor, and compassion. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You've walked away from these people um, on a particular level. They may not have the access to you as they once had, but it's all has been done with love and with you compartmentalizing the situation. You're not fully cutting these people out of your life, but that's the thing. When they try to project onto you, that may be their way of cutting you out their life. So don't be too mad or heartbroken if these people begin to completely alienate you. Know that you have the divine with you, walking with you, covering you, and protecting you. Okay, because it does give that these people are not going to give you nowhere near the benefit of the doubt that you've given them for the the entire length of the relationship. The one time you stand up for yourself and really mean it, they want to punish you. All right, so the rest card, we have Archangel Remiel and the Crystal Aragonite. Aragonite, Aragonite. Archangel Remiel, Remiel. So this is another energy here. So we got Mars energy, Ogun energy to call on, that is here to help us at this time. Archangel Remiel, Crystal Organite. It says, I embrace rest to promote the healing of mind, body, and soul. Sacred rest is my path to restoration, and that is what we need to focus on. Path to restoration, replenishment, and aliveness that allows me to serve my highest purpose. Okay, you gotta rest so that you can serve your highest purpose. These people kept you in anxiety, going from here and there. Kept you in confusion, breadcrumbing, gaslighting on all of that. which didn't allow you to serve in your higher purpose because you weren't being restored. You were always constantly being drained. There was never no replenishment. It was always draining. Okay. But you are focusing on sacred rest as you heal from the heartbreak that, you know, or in spirit is asking you to rest when heartbreak may arise in your life. Um, because sacred rest allows you, puts you on a path to restoration, replenishment, and aliveness. Okay, sacred rest, not some person, not the validation of people, but just sacred rest. Embrace rest to promote the healing of mind, body, and soul, not other people. So just, these people walking out of your life just forces you into sacred rest as well. And that allows you to serve your highest purpose for the longest time, which ultimately brings benefit to all beings. Okay? Help you play your part in saving humanity by elevating self and making sure you are focusing on yourself and healing you, because that allows your light to shine brighter, and you can just heal by just being. You're adding your part to the grid that connects us all, and your part of the grid is light, which is contagious. With all of us being connected, you're connecting more positive energy through your force field. It says, I inspire others through my choices, period. Respecting healthy limits and giving to myself with wisdom and compassion. Exactly. I feel like we spoke about that earlier in the read too. It says, continually replenishing myself allows me to give freely and generously to others. Okay. And then we have the higher will card here. Ascended Master El Moria and the crystal blue star sapphire supports this message. So as the Ascended Master El Moria is also here within this read to help us. So we have Archangel Remiel, Ascended Master El Moria, Ogun, and the Mars energy to help us break through obstacles, to take back what's ours. We're taking back what's ours. Okay, it says, I surrender into the purpose I was born to fulfill. I embrace my delicious divine destiny. I allow spiritual inspiration to flow through my heart and align me with the higher plan for my soul. The universe is guiding me with goodwill and positive affirmation, encouraging me to believe in myself and grow. The universe knows what I need to fulfill my purpose and provides with kindness and enthusiasm. That's again, didn't I say we're exercising our faith? The universe knows what I need. You got to have faith to rest, to be able to embrace sacred rest instead of that masculine energy of logic and direct action or whatever. No, we're being asked to rest. We are walking poetry. Okay? People see, listen to art, they look at art, and the healing is just in them taking in the art of you know what I'm saying? The art doesn't have to do anything but just be to bring about healing for people. And that's what spirit wants you to rest in. And they say that we got the rest. Okay? The universe knows what I need to fulfill my purpose and provides with kindness and enthusiasm. I trust the universe and myself as I faithfully, there we go with faith, literally, as I faithfully create my beautiful life path, one step at a time. Divine masculine energy wants you to plan everything out, but you are in the energy of flow. You live in the present. You know, society tells you not to live in the present, that walking moment to moment is irresponsible. But you see, you operate from a different from different principles. Okay? And you're faithfully going to create your beautiful life path one step at a time. Okay? You're not listening to the lies of society, the script of society. And I feel like that's what the Ace of Pentacle card was about. Like you're transforming what security really is. It's not, it doesn't come from physical money. That you stash away. That's fool's gold. And you walking away from that mindset, you've unearthed the hidden lost key of the puzzle. And that's why you are able to be in this flow energy, enlightenment energy, and rest energy. There's a lot of people around you that are operating in the generational curse of society, the generational curse of religion and, family. These people are still operating under lies, okay? In high places, and just see the two of cups here. And these are people in close relationships to you. You know what I'm saying? They are not enlightened or awakened. And that has made you feel trapped in a way because you've been doing your best to try to awaken these people in close relationships to you, but they're comfortable in their in the darkness. You try to free them with love, deep love and care, but now it's time for you to move on, okay? Because you're not receiving justice and trying to heal others by imposing yourself in their battles. And that could be you just sticking around knowing you should be living your best life confidently with this Queen of Wands coming out here in the upright, confidently living in your higher energy, believing in yourself, right? Because you doing that and walking away is that ditch that these people have fallen in that's going to make them have to look within. You're not doing anyone any justice by continuing to play small. You not living out your higher purpose is blocking your part in elevating humanity. Because what we said before, you healing yourself is your purpose. You healing yourself allows you to express those gifts that's been placed inside of you. You know, these people again could have eased your pain, chose not to. They're being stubborn for no reason. And they know what they're doing. That's the way of defeating you and blocking you from stepping into your star energy that they know that you have. Blocking you from seeking balance and praying for freedom from them, keeping you confused and in this chaotic energy. But through all of that, you still were able to ground yourself with the King of Cups in the upright. Ground your emotions. Now you're seeing clearly, and you are rejecting those cups of love. You're rejecting that obligation that you put on yourself. You're rejecting people who feel entitled to your love. People that feel like, this ain't how you need to be loved and to feel nourished or whatever, but take this is what I got to offer you. Now settle for what's in this cup. I'm looking at the Four of Cups right now, and this person is refusing the cup. You know what I'm saying? You're not just accepting it any old thing anymore. You're setting up healthy boundaries to people, giving you cups of sewage water. You need spring water. You can't just be getting water that they just dipped in a river on the side, or a lake on the side of the road. No, you need specific spring water that is naturally filtered, mountain water. You know what I'm saying? So you're putting up your healthy boundaries, and you're blocking these people. And giving this Nine of Pentacles energy. Okay? And these, with you being able to escape their plans to snare you, to keep you blocked off, these people gonna have the audacity to claim that you've been working with the devil, when it's basically been them the whole time, trying to keep you captive. You haven't been trying to keep them captive. You've been trying to help free their asses, free their minds, so their ass could follow. But now that you're not trying to force them to free themselves, and not trying to educate them anymore, now they're going to try to make it seem like you working with the devil. Whatever, to keep trying to pull at your energy so that you don't end the cycle with them. These people will rather be in conflict with you just so that they can stay in your life. But you see that you don't see the next card out, but the next card out is the Four of Swords, which is the card of rest. Don't allow these people to try to pull you out of your motherfucking character. Okay? Don't allow them to pull you out of character. You be the leader in the situation, and love them from a distance. Forgive them, for they know not. Just look at them and their futile attempts to make you feel abandoned. They can't make you feel that. They can't trigger that abandonment trauma within you anymore. They simply can't, because you've healed. You've healed. But they're definitely going to try to trigger that abandonment wound within you. It's given some arguments, maybe some fights. Again, people trying to pull you out of character because they see you're trying to move on. They see that you see them for who they truly are, and that you are making your way downtown, walking fast. No, making your way out of their life. They see it, they feel it, they feel that grip that they had on you is no longer it's not as powerful as it once was. And yes, it's bittersweet, because there's deep love. Again, the Two of Cups came out. Those are close relationships, and these are really, 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 really close relationships, with you. Could be mothers, siblings, lovers. These are close relationships of people that carry that same energy. you know you again, it's just like being attracted to the bad guy energy until you learn to love yourself. These karmic energies show you the lessons you need to learn. And sometimes, again, you were born into into karmic relationships because the calling on your life was, you know, very strong, even from the beginning. There's been a inspired actions. It's just been a little bit. It's been a little bit extra on your plate. But you're getting back on track, and that's making a lot of people mad because their wish fulfillment would have been to been able to continue to block you and delay you. But you, Seven of Wands here, you're standing your ground. You got a vantage point. Like I say, you're seeing clearly. You have dropped those burdens, and now you have so many new beginnings coming in for you, opportunities, and even confidence within yourself. Wow. You have transformed. Wow, from the page, baby, because we got 2 pages here. I feel like your finances and your passion is being transformed with this death energy here. You're transforming what success look like, and it's being transformed. This page energy is being transformed into emperor energy. Okay, and that's the king of kings. The emperor embodies all of the energies. Okay, wow. Quantum leap, quantum leap. 3 of Cups, and your ancestors are freaking proud. 3 of Cups, and then the 3 of Pentacles right next to it, and then the Empress card in the upright. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with the collective. Okay, your spirit team is working with you. You're about to have a lot of people in the physical working with you. You know what I'm saying? A true love or lover's energy is coming in. And so there could be an earth sign that you've been connected to that may have you doubting this connection with the devil card in the upright. But I feel like you are overcoming the devil. And if you do start to have any anxiety, Spirit says go into hermit mode, you know, and really face this situation spiritually with faith. Okay? Hand it over to the Most High and just lay low until, you know, your spirit team works it out, because we have the 8 of Pentacles here in the reverse. There's no work. Again, there's no work you need to do. You've already done the work. You're supposed to just be resting. So make sure you do your right burn and releases when there's these conflicts and competition and jealousy and envy, when people try to come start fights with you because of that. Look, with the 5, that's the 5 of Wands, but the next card after that is the Judgment card, right? Spirit says these people are under judgment. You just need to stay in rest, because if you start trying to fight them back, then that's just going to pull you back down into the ditch with them, right? And then the Most High and your spirit team won't be able to step in and push you forward. They won't be able to step in and bring you the blessings that can take you to the next level. Don't allow these people to reconcile you with your past, with the past you that lied to yourself that you aren't great and aren't beautiful, you know, because of these people and their attempts to block your determination, block your divine purpose, keep you from seeing what's right in front of you. But you are releasing that burden with the 2 of Swords here. You're no longer ignoring what's right in front of you. You see all the extra baggage that you've picked up with this saving humanity card, because you impose yourself in other people's battles trying to help them heal so that you can bring them along with you to the next level in your life. But some of these people are comfortable in a topsy-turvy foundation, and it's time for you to walk in your magician energy and really be powerful versus playing small to these people who are focusing all their strength and energy in keeping up bullshit. That's where they want to be. And you got to stop trying to be Captain Save a Hoe. It's time for you to release that energy, rest, continue to do your spiritual rituals when it comes to certain, or removing obstacles or calling in things, your right burning releases, going to the park, doing yoga. Definitely you need to, I feel like all of your spiritual practices and things are taking on a new, they are elevating to a new level. So that's what you need to focus on. Don't allow these people to pull you out of character with their projections. It's time for you to focus on you. And as long as you focus on you, focus on your personal evolution, focus on balancing this new these new gifts, and it may not even be new gifts. Like I said, it could just be the elevation of gifts that you've already had. They are doubling, tripling, 10 timesing. It's not even a word, but they're multiplying in their strength, in their effectiveness, because you are elevating and have elevated. But again, with this transformation and elevation, it's time for you to rest and allow all these energies, these new energies that you have these new gifts and all that you've been blessed with, elevation and strength. You need to rest and allow that energy to settle. Okay, so I'm actually packing up my cards now, so I think I want to go to the park. I've been trying to get to the park for the last week or so, and now I picked the coldest day. It's been the best weather, and I picked the one day that it gets super cold to want to go to the park. And maybe that was just me being in the present, listening to my body, even though, because maybe there was a lot of people at the park on those days. But if I go today, I won't have to worry about, who's out there, because it's cold. So I may have my little area, and most of the area that I choose to myself, which is better for any spiritual, anything that you may do spiritually there. So, hey, I may take some parchment paper with me. I think I should, just in case I'm inspired to do a right burn and release while I'm there. I already cut up a few sheets of parchment paper. I'll take at least 2. So, alright, so let me head on out. Well, family, that is the read. I hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all, and until next time, peace.